How I make delicious sourdough Pasca without refined sugar. Join me as I explore the world of traditional Pasca bread, but with a twist. I'll be making delicious Pasca, but with sourdough, not with yeast, and without using refined sugar, the white sugar. This classic Eastern European bread is typically sweet and rich, but I'll be experimenting with natural sweeteners to create a unique and healthier version. From creating the sourdough starter to shaping and baking the final loaf, I'll take you through every step of this process. I even show you how I made those cute eggs decorated with napkin technique. So it's very easy and usually with things you have already at home, and it's not dyed with all those chemical colors and so on. But yeah, stay tuned. I will show you everything. And welcome back to our simple home. I start this sourdough Pasca with 100 gram of milk. I used oat milk, and then 25 gram of oat yogurt, or can you use any yogurt you want. 150 gram of active sourdough starter. Make sure it's nice and bubbly. Then 50 gram of honey and 50 gram of coconut sugar and 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla powder or vanilla extract if you want, 1 teaspoon. So, and then I add 4 eggs to it. If you want to make a sourdough Pasca bread or Eastern bread with regular refined sugar, I also have a recipe for that. I will link it for you in the description box below. You can check it out also. Once I'm done with the eggs, I add 550 gram of all-purpose flour, but I found it was a little too much afterwards. I would prefer it softer, but if you like the little stronger version of Pasca, then this is good. I would next time probably just do 500 gram of all-purpose flour. Then I add 1/4 teaspoon of salt and then start kneading the dough. During the kneading the dough, you can do it by hand or by machine, it's up to you. I add 225 gram of cubed butter. I just cube it beforehand and then just weigh it and then just add one by one and keep kneading the dough. If you do it by hand, I would make sure this is soft butter and not a cold butter. Then it's easier to knead it in there. So this is how it looks now. I transfer it over into a bowl and let it rest and rise for 4 to 6 hours. It depends, of course, on the temperature in your room, or if you want to make it in the oven, turned off oven with the light on. It depends on that, of course. I let my in room temperature, I have about 22 degrees Celsius in my room, and yeah, I needed it. I let it rest for about 6 hours. Here I just shape the dough into a nice dough ball so it can rest and rise. I cover it with a shower cap that I always use for my sourdough, or you can just use a towel. And then after the 4 to 6 hours, I put it in the fridge and leave it there for 4 to 24 hours. Mine was at least 12 or even more hours, maybe 15, because it was not too late in the day when I put it in the fridge, and then I only started working on it the next day. It was quite a few hours, but less than 24 hours. So then I take it out. It is cold and hard and sticking to the bowl, but yeah, I will get it out there. While I'm taking that out of the bowl there, I want to ask you, do you make anything special for Easter, like a Pasca, or do you bake something else that you always do, like a traditional something? I would like to know. It's really interesting how everyone has their tradition and doing their own thing. Please let me know in the comment. I really would be interested in new things, what other people do. I didn't use flour underneath, so it's sticking a little bit. So I get some flour, put it underneath, and then I will roll it out. Because I'm using flour underneath and on top and everywhere, I would put only 500 grams of flour in the dough and then use the flour on top and underneath for rolling it out. That's just my opinion, but otherwise you could use 550 grams, up to you how you like your dough. So I'm trying to stretch it and to roll it. Once I'm done with rolling out the sourdough Pasca, I add raisins. It's up to you. You don't have to add raisins if you don't like raisins. I like raisins in Pasca. It makes it a little sweeter. My husband doesn't like raisins in Pasca, but I didn't do a video with raisins yet, so I thought this time I will do some with raisins. And because there is no refined sugar in it, this kind of raisins, they give a little sweet taste, and then the Pasca bread tastes sweeter. It's very delicious. So I roll them a little into the dough, and then I roll the dough up. Well, you sure have to make sure to check what kind of pan you have. Like I have this round cake pan, what is standing there, the left hand side. I don't have that one with the hole in the middle. I always want to buy one, but I never get to it, or never find the right size or something. Somehow I didn't get one yet. So I just used the cup from the kids, took everything off, so it's just the metal thing, and yeah, use it as the middle part. It went up later on, you will see. But yeah, use whatever you like. You can even use two pans if you have smaller pan. But yeah, it's just up to you. You can even use cups and fill it into the cups. That works too. So this is how I did mine this time. I spray my pan and the cup with oil, so it comes off later on easy, but it still didn't come off easy. So you could even use butter, maybe that will help. But somehow I managed to take it out. Yeah, but make sure you use a lot of oil or something so it's coming off later on. Or even some parchment paper and something. So I stick it together, or I try to stick it together in there as well, and try to even it out. It didn't even out very perfect, so the one side is still lower than the other side, but yeah, I tried my best. So I didn't want to play all day with that. So then I cover it again with my showered cap for the sourdough and let it rest and rise for 5 to 8 hours at room temperature. In between, once or twice, I add like a little water into the bowl, and then I brush it very carefully on the dough so it doesn't rip or something, but very careful so it stays moist and doesn't dry out, doesn't crack. And then I let it rise a total 5 to 8 hours. Once I like how much my Easter bread is risen, I turn on the oven to 500 degrees Fahrenheit and let it preheat. Meanwhile, I separate one egg. I put the egg white into one bowl and we'll use it later. I show you what I can do with it later. And the egg yolk I will use for the egg wash on top of the Pasca. So I use one egg yolk and 1 tablespoon of water. I mix the egg yolk very well with the water. Make it nice and not creamy, but nice and mixed, so I can brush it onto the Pasca. Once I'm done with mixing it, I remove the shower cap or the sourdough cap off from the Pasca, and then I brush the egg yolk mixture on top, the egg wash on top of the Pasca, and again very slowly so I don't rip the dough or punch it too hard. Just be careful, it's all risen and you can see how easy it moves. So yeah, brush it on. Once the oven is preheated to 500 degrees Fahrenheit, I transfer my Pasca into the oven and reduce the heat to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I baked it for about 40 minutes and I had to cover it after 25 to 30 minutes. Yeah, this is how it looks here. You can see how the cup went up. So it looks funny, but yeah, otherwise it's nice and brown and risen and it looks very beautiful to me. So I tried to remove the cup with my knife. So it worked pretty good. So it's good to go. Next I tried to loosen the pan from the Pasca or the Pasca from the pan with my knife as well. So it works also pretty good. It's a little harder. I had to cut several more times than with the cup, but I got it out. I didn't cut very straight, so some is breaking off, but it turned out well. Once it is cooled off for the icing, I use 250 grams of coconut sugar. I powder it into powder like this, and then I add half a cup of coconut cream and a few drops of orange essential oil. I used 2 or 3. So this is all cooled off. I take off the parchment paper and then I cover it with my icing. If you enjoyed my video so far, please like, subscribe and share my videos with others. That means so much to me and that helps my channel a lot. Thank you very much. This icing tastes more like caramel with orange, I would say. It is brown, you can see it's brown. It's not white like usually is done on Pasca, but it tastes very delicious with the Easter bread and it is really good. So on top I just scrape some orange peel to decorate. You can use whatever you like, whatever you prefer on top of it. I didn't want to use those sugar things on top, so I just used the orange peel. Of course it needs to be very clean and best organic if you have. Otherwise clean it really well or use something different. It works too. You can just leave it just without the orange peel. You don't have to use that at all. It looks good either or. I think it looks simple with just the cream on top, but still good. So the Pasca is all done. So now I want to show you how I did some eggs with napkin technique. So let's try it out and see how it works and how we like it. So I boiled some eggs. I just used 6 eggs, but yeah, wonder how many you need. You just take how many you want. Here's a napkin I just had on hand from my daughter's birthday party, and I thought the butterflies are very cute for Easter, so we took the one layer, the white layer, off, so we have only the top layer here. That's what we need. So I think I like that pink and apricot butterfly. It looks very cute, so I cut that out. I'll leave a little white on there because I will glue it onto the white egg so it won't show as much. So I just cut it out with a little bigger than just a butterfly. So then I saw that blue butterfly there. I like this one as well, so let's cut it out, have that together with the other one. So here's the egg white. I told you I will do something with the egg white. Yeah, I mix it well, and then I just mix the egg white, nothing added to it. That is my glue, so it doesn't get cheaper, I guess. You don't have to buy any glue, nothing else. You just use the egg white, take a brush, whatever kind of brush you like, and let your kids, if you have any, brush it onto the egg, and then just stick the napkin, whatever you cut out, I have my butterfly, onto the egg white, and then brush it again with the egg white, and yeah, stick some more on there. So this is how I do it. It's very simple and cute. My kids absolutely love to help with making Easter eggs, just decorating them or whatever. I have some other videos with making some eggs for Easter, some DIYs. Check them out. I will link them below. I have already 2 more, I think. Once I have all napkins glued on how I want them to, I cover them again with the egg white. So it's below egg white and on top egg white of the napkin. This is how it looks. We often have odd numbers of napkins left over, so this is a good use to use them somewhere. Here I have a different napkin with flowers. It is very pretty. Too bad I don't have all white eggs, but yeah, it will look good on the brown eggs too. My daughter is helping me here as well. She likes to make her own decoration on an egg. So let's start the other egg. I used a brown egg this time. I cover it again with the egg white. Then I just wrap it into this flower napkin. I didn't realize there was another white layer, so I had to take it all off again and then start over again. But this is how it turned out. So on top of it, I layered again with egg white layer. Brush it on and yeah, brush all the folds straight so they are sticking on there and look good. Cut off what is too much on there and then just let it dry. It's very easy to do and it looks pretty. Here my daughter is showing you how hers looks. She cut out some flowers from the napkin and very pretty here. So mine is also all done, so it can dry. So next I thought I use also some flowers, the flowers from the middle here. I just cut them out again. I wanted to use a white egg, but somehow I took the brown egg, so my little son is helping me with the egg white. He's just brushing some egg white onto the egg, and then we cover it with the napkin, the top layer only, and then brush egg white on top and everywhere, so the flowers look good and it's not folded where the flowers are, just in between, and it looks good. So I cover all up with the egg white. So here I show you one more time how I cover the whole egg with napkin. I just brush the whole egg with the egg white. My son is helping me here, and then I cover it like this with a napkin. It's actually very easy to do. And then I cut it off and then try to glue it on, and if there's leftovers I cut them off like this and then just glue it together with the egg white and make sure everything is covered and glued together, and then use egg white on top and make sure it's all sticking together, and then brush it over again with the egg white. For this last egg, my daughter cut out some from the napkin, so she's gluing them on how she wants them to, and then brushing also some egg white. She's making here a butterfly family with the daddy and the mommy and the kids. And there are just a few kids, and then some flowers on the other side. Some on top and some below. It's really a good activity for kids. It's so much fun for them to work with glue and stick some kind of like stickers on there. They have fun and do it. Once we have all napkins, stickers sticked on there, we just brush it over with the egg white again. So, and this is how this one turned out. Very pretty as well. There, let them all dry. Now we come to the taste test of the sourdough Pasca without refined sugar. So it is very easy to cut. It is soft, not too soft, but it is soft to cut. This Pasca has sure a different twist with a caramel layer on top. I call it caramel layer because it tastes for me like caramel, but it is very good. Some people tried it and liked it really good, so it is a good Pasca. Here I show you up close the Pasca, the slice, and it is very good. It's air bubbly and it's soft. Of course, on the corners there it's not that soft because it is brown from the baking, but it's still very good. And the icing on top, very delicious. So I tried it and it's very good. I love Pasca at Easter. It somehow belongs to Easter for me, and I have it every year. So here are all the Easter eggs we made. We created with my kids. They're very pretty and colorful, but my kids love colorful, so we make them happy with how they like them. There you go. There's my slice of Pasca and the whole Pasca bread. So check out my other Easter recipes if you like. in the description below, and I also have an Easter playlist. You can check that out as well. And let me know what you're making for Easter and what your tradition is. I would love to hear about that. Here I'm taking apart the slice and showing you how the middle is. You can easily peel it with one hand, and it's very soft and good. It's not gooey, it's baked through, and it's very delicious bread. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share with others. Maybe you want to watch this video next, or maybe this playlist. See you there. Bye.